Okay, DauT. We are in game number 1. I'm not sure if you have loaded up the game already. I don't think so.
Code somewhere.
Don't have the code.
No.
God, what a professional player. Are you streaming this?
No, I'm just here for you.
What? Why would you not stream this?
Because I'm here for you.
Now I feel like I owe you something.
You don't, you did your repay this morning. It's fine.
That's true. Okay, so I can go into that cast without feeling any pressure. Okay, that's good. Because DauT, you know that the people love you, so I felt like I have to get you in here.
I even find the code myself. Like,
you're very professional. Let me know when you're loaded up. I think as you're professional, you have capture age yourself as well, right, DauT?
Yes, I do, but I don't use it.
Why would you use it, right, if you have it?
I mean, I always like, you don't want to use it right away. You need like your time to do it when you're alone, and I never have enough time, and I'm busy full day.
What are you busy with, DauT? How's the typical DauT day looking like?
I tend to sleep a lot.
What means a lot? 8 hours?
8 hours, and then like 1 or 2 more hours of just like chilling.
Says the busy guy.
Preparing to get out of the bed.
Yeah, okay. What else are you doing in the rest of how many hours? 12, 13, 14 hours?
Having like 3 to 4 meals a day, and then I need like 1 or 2 hours after the meal to like chill a little bit, right? It's like
you gotta digest, right? That takes a lot of energy.
Exactly. You cannot do anything after that. Like I tried doing event after 8, man, that's so bad. Went so bad. Yeah. And then just like it's already night, and it's like, oh, it's too late to start streaming, and then I do something else.
But aren't you addicted to streaming, DauT?
I'm addicted to streaming when I play, but if I don't play, I don't have anything to stream.
But you could stream you casting. That at least gets you the more hours.
I'm addicted to the playing, not casting.
Are you not? Okay, you don't want to ever go to the professional casting side, though?
No. I still win tournaments, as you saw this morning, so...
I didn't see you winning it. I only saw you passing to semi-finals.
In a few days, you will see that as well.
Who are you playing against now?
Mysterio.
Oh, Mysterio. Nice. How are you feeling?
I don't want to be a guy who breaks this nice talk. We can do that, but like I think we're in the game, and people. This reminds me of Nak. If we start talking, things will get out of the hand, and people maybe want to see the finals, right?
Yeah. Okay, go ahead, DauT. So where are you right now in terms of minutes?
7:13.
Okay, 13. Okay, perfect. I'm there as well. Okay, DauT, go ahead with the introduction.
I cannot because I don't know map. You would have to do it.
Okay. I don't know the map as well, you know. But I go anyway. So, guys, we are playing on Badlands, and it is a very fresh map as well. And we have seen it already, DauT for sure as well, as he was following JMB very closely. And yeah, so both players are starting with TC on a sand pit, and you cannot build any buildings on the sand. So no farming is going to happen there. And yeah, in the middle you see a lot of shorefishes and the forest here as well. So let's see how both players are going to approach this one. Villese has opted to go for barrack opening, while ACCM is going straight to a stable.
Well, being camera kind of helps with that regard, doesn't it? But yeah, shouldn't be like more many-times aggression here, since it's like Atacama, where the middle is even more important because all food is there.
We saw.
I need to play next edition.
Yeah, you definitely have to, DauT, because there's always in each edition there are new maps completely, and you know, like you excel in those kind of settings, DauT, because you have to use a lot of your brain here and not do the meta play all the time.
Oh, you're calling me smart again.
I kind of have to.
On other side, like you're hosting the event for top 8 on the ladder players, and then not a single map from the ladder matters, right? We're not in the complete unique settings.
We're not talking about the effectiveness, okay? Things can be improved, okay?
Okay.
Didn't you say you want
like,
to...
makes sense, the maps will be from the ladder, right?
Didn't you say you wanted to cast the game?
Yeah. Just was like always wondering, like, why it's not maps from the ladder? Like, would make sense. Like, we are competing on the ladder, and that's your reward. You did good on those maps, but okay. I recall this map. It's quite aggressive, right? You cannot farm forever. Kind of reminds me of El Dorado, where things get out of hand quite quickly.
Yeah, and that's also Villese. I think he doesn't see. Okay, he sees the tower, and his reaction is towering himself. So I think both are trading there very nicely. But I guess it should be better for Villese, right? He just maneuvers the tower, the lumber camp here, and it feels like he's getting more shortfish from ACCM. Like ACCM, he's finishing 2 lumber camps, and Villese 1 mill and 1 lumber camp. So it's kind of an equal trade there. Now, what would you say?
But like you said, the reason why Villese feels in a better spot is because Villese tower is in the middle of the map, controlling a lot of space, while ACCM tower is rather useless, just like removing those lumber camps, and you don't gain map control from it. So yeah, Villese tower is way better.
Yeah, that's a good point. See, DauT, that's why you're here. You're just giving so many intelligent comments here.
Thank you, Jordy.
So DauT, if you look at the map, how would you approach this one? Would you go for the man-at-arm aggression, or would you go scouts into towers?
I would go. Well, it's very similar to Atacama, right? The woodlands outside the middle is vulnerable, and farming makes it even more awkward. So you need to control berries, you need to control surefish. Man-at-arms opening feels like absolute must, right? And then transition to the scouts.
Yeah. Also, you would go for man-at-arms into scouts, not into
tower scouts. Yeah. I don't think there is a place for archers here.
Okay.
Because towers will control a lot of map, and archers, well, when you see the tower with archers, you don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. Okay, we see nice engagements for ACCM regarding the scouts, but Villese is able to push back the tower of ACCM. And it's also strange that the units can kind of hover over the water here. But this is a great engagement for ACCM. Oh, Villese is losing a lot of scouts here.
Yeah, the ACCM is looking very dominant, but not only the army, but the villager count is like +4, right? So
yeah.
Even with that questionable tower, he is managing to put himself in a very solid spot. I think those houses had a huge role, right? He was saving the villagers from early raids by jumping into that.
Yeah. But also, Villese has gone for wheelbarrow. So that's why he's down in the village account so heavily. And also...
He probably was about to get house, right?
No, but I think wheelbarrow is actually a very good technology to go for, because you have to walk a lot on this map with the villagers. And going for a faster upgrade makes more sense, I suppose.
That's a fair point. Like, I usually see wheelbarrow as the farm upgrade, but the walking distance to the surefish to the woodline is quite high as well, so definitely helps.
Yeah. Also, as you predicted, we see a lot of scouts and pikemen and towers. So neither of them is going for an archer approach so far. And on left-hand side, ACCM is looking like he could do some damage. Oh, nice quick walls. That's something DauT would do as well. I mean,
who wouldn't, right? At this level, that's just standard.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing spectacular. Nothing spectacular to point out anymore.
Like, for me, the worst thing is when I manage to do a quick wall, I get so happy and hyped that I lose 10 villages after that I don't care. Like,
you lose the focus.
I cannot play after that, like. Absolutely cannot play after a quick wall.
Oh, what is that engagement? ACCM lost 2 scouts and not even killing the villager. Yeah, that was not too smart. So, just in general, looking at it, ACCM has beautiful economy, 600 food in the bank. He doesn't have the gold income right now to go up to Castle Age. And one villager will be taken down by the scouts of Villese, but in general, I don't think that was the best pick-off. He lost a lot of hit points there.
Yeah, it's like Villese, I mean, the ACM took Khmer. The idea is obvious, you cannot farm anywhere, so you want to be able to just drop farms when you like. And we don't see a single farm yet.
Which is surprising.
Yeah. Maybe that's like, Khmer sounds good, but actually, when the farms kick in, you're already in Castle Age and have a TC on a good spot, so maybe Khmer just looks good here, but like Japanese and more potential on early aggression could be better.
I'm kind of surprised that ACCM is playing it the way he's playing it, because, for example, Nikov was playing Khmer as well on this one, and he built a lot of farms. He was not really focusing too heavily on the middle. And I think having the farms as Khmer, isn't it faster than the shorefish? I think it should be, right?
Shorefish is the fastest one, but it's like you save a lot of walking distance. The shorefish is vulnerable as well, so definitely would be better to get farm.
Yeah.
But again, it costs wood, so
yeah,
it's not that simple.
But it's safer. At least it should be. And also
speaking of the safer, look at the Villese farms on the top right corner.
Yeah, that looks not too good. ACCM able to pick off. No villager has been killed. At least I think only one, right, DauT? I'm sure you
one
looked.
I saw as well, and one badly injured.
Yeah. Market coming up. DauT, what is your favorite building in Age of Empires 2?
If there was no market, I would retire like 10 years ago. I would be the caster now.
I felt like on Socotra today you also used the market a bit.
Very little, actually. Very little. I was able to click up without that.
Nice.
I was surprised. I was building it and I can click up without, so let's go.
What?
Yeah.
What? I have to check what you did there, man. Okay, ACCM going up to Castle Age. 1 minute remaining, and Villese, he is really struggling. He will go up to Castle Age himself now, but he's roughly 1.5 or 2 minutes behind ACCM here. And ACCM, he is adding a second stable, so he will try to go for a heavy two stable knight play. And the corner on the right hand side for Villese, that one seems like a very good attacking potential for ACCM.
Yeah, like on this map, natural transition is obviously stable units, and that counts Villese lead because he got camels, right? Yep. He'll be able to stop those knights way easier.
DauT, would you be kind enough to explain the viewers who don't know why camel or knight play must be the play and not archer play?
Because as you see, the villagers are all over the place. There is a lot of towers, and crossbow is unit with slow speed, slow mobility, and you need to have them all at one place to make them work. On such open maps, it's hard to only fight on one place. Yep. So one knight can do as much damage as 10 crossbow, and you can have one knight on each corner of the map.
Yeah, and it's also much easier to control the knight, right? It's kind of like a fire galley compared to a galley. The galley you always have to babysit. If you babysit them, they are extremely strong, but if you have 4 or 5 spots where you have to pay a focus, then the knights is just way easier to handle.
Yeah, exactly like that. Yeah, exactly like that.
Thank you, DauT.
Well, the difference is here Mox will come to the play as well. There is a slight difference.
Yeah. The thing is, Villese, you know, it's what many people kind of underestimate on this map is that when you're getting raided, usually you have always the backup plan to garrison into a TC, but with the main TC, that just isn't working. Right? It's like
a nice walling with the farms on the top corner, but that's just so much effort and still can pass.
Yeah. Yeah, now the camels are coming out as predicted, and we should see Monastery coming out very soon as well for both players. And I don't like the lumber camp of ACCM on the right hand side. That one is not too efficient.
Yeah, obviously the ACCM is having a huge trouble with the woodline. His TC will save that.
Yeah,
his TC will be amazing. Like, can Villese maybe gather stone for a castle? No, not even close. Like, some good castle spot in the middle to seal the deal there would give him a chance, but now every second pass is ACCM closer to the victory.
Yeah, definitely looks like that. I'm wondering if ACCM will transition to the pikeman upgrade as well to counter the camel, because that's what Villese is hoping for right now, right? That he can counter the knight play with the camels and then maybe get the map control back. But I guess
that's different. That's the deal, right? When you go camels, you counter knights, but you cannot really raid and do damage to enemy economy. So ACCM can just make knights, raid here and there, pick up the villager, like now he's doing in the middle, and fall back to the booming TCs, and eventually his economy will be good enough to take him to the victory. He can spam skirmishes later on, who cares?
Yeah. And that's the thing Villese doesn't really have right now. He has to use the camels or build camels to counter knights, and then he needs to have a unit which can really force some issues as well. Maybe adding knights himself could be a good option, but
fuel is absolutely a must.
The thing is then that ACCM can easily counter that by just going pikeman, right? And ACCM with his beautiful economy right now, 15 villages more compared to Villese, is just going to have a much easier time. He's expanding on the south side as well, so here is going to have 3 TCs overall, while Villese is playing 1 TC fully.
Yeah, like I always say, when you're in a position like Villese, you have to go for a castle drop. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
That spot, castle drop is game changing.
Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's your best bet.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, he's already too far behind in terms of economy, and he needs to force something. And the castle is exactly the best building to do so, especially on maps like that, where you can cut off your opponent's resources intake by quite a lot.
Yeah, and speaking of the camels, the problem is when you go counter unit, enemy is dictating the game. If you overmake the counter unit, you're now stuck with useless units, right?
Yeah.
So you always need to keep in mind how many knights ACM has. When do you stop making camels? Like right now, there's only 3 knights and like 20 camels. That's not a good ratio.
Yep. And I guess that's also something what ACCM was trying to go for, that Villese is overcommitting onto the camel play. And as you said, the camels are completely useless, especially in Castle Age. Maybe in Imperial Age you could make an argument, but at that point, halberdiers are most likely on the field already. And Villese, interestingly enough, he's adding a second TC. What do you think about that one, DauT?
I see the Villese top score, and I'm surprised by that at first. But yeah, I mean, he sees the score. Maybe Villese doesn't think he's so far behind. Oh. He thinks he can go macro game.
There is a huge rate for for Villese here in the south side.
I honestly think the alert is bugged. This happens to me a lot, and I saw a few other players as well. Like, you lose 10 villagers under TC, and then you notice, and you're like, I'm not that bad, it has to be bugged.
I'm not that old. Oh, that really hurts. I think he lost around 10 villagers there at least, right? Yeah, 11 villagers have been killed this game. So I guess 8, 9, or 10 have been picked up here. That was really problematic for ACCM. He had a huge lead in terms of villagers, but now with that raid, adding villagers for Villese, and all of a sudden makes sense again.
And in the middle, Villese is still controlling the bigger chunk of that land. So one castle to secure, it would be so beautiful, but he is not really working on stone.
Yeah. Oh, and the Mangonel goes... No! The Mangonel was saved by the Monk in a very clutch moment. Was 1 hit away from dying. And yeah, indeed. ACCM, he's going strong with 3 TCs. Villese has, or is about to add the 3rd TC as well. And if we are thinking about the late game combination, we have Malians against Khmer. Now, how would you approach both civilizations right now?
Well, depends on the maps and situations, right? In currently this super aggressive map, I think Malians would just go for those champions with amazing armor, right?
Yeah, what can Khmer really do against that? Arbalest is not an option, Halberdier obviously not, then they kind of stuck with cavalry units, cavalry play, right? And that is easy to counter as well as Malians if you go then to camels, right? So the camel and champion combination should be impossible for Khmer to fight against.
But that's the thing, like Khmer economy should be way ahead, especially on this map where farming is so hard to establish.
Yeah,
Khmer doesn't have that trouble, and Villese is picking up so many villages. Like now, where those 4 towers are in the middle of the map.
Yep.
Fully cleaned up. Fully cleaned up. The villager count getting closer.
Yeah, exactly. 67 villages against 58. TC idle time is a big factor as well. ACCM has 5 minutes more TC idle time. He's about to add the 4th TC as well. And Sanctity coming in. This looks like this is going to be transitioning into a bit of a later game. And we haven't seen too many games here on this one going too late.
Yeah, usually it's like a bigger commitment to the middle, but nobody wants to drop the castle to the middle. I'm still surprised. Okay, Villese is having still enough stone. Yeah, he'll do that now.
The question is
the first one.
Is he going to build it where his own siege workshop is, delete the house here on the northern side and build it there? I think that's the safest play, right?
I think next to the TC, like where the mill is and the outpost, it has to go there. That's so deadly. I would do it there.
Where exactly? Where the outpost is?
Where the TC is from the ACM outpost.
Oh, this one! Yeah, there is even a perfect surface exactly for the castle.
Exactly, yeah.
But
and Villese got more armies, so he knows he can protect it. That's the spot.
If he gets it up there, that's game. But do you really think he has the tools necessary to do that? I'm not sure about that one. That would go for it.
I think he got more army.
Yeah, he has more army, but I'm not sure if he necessarily knows that. Let's see. We will see a castle being dropped now.
It's there, look at That's my boy. That's how it's done. That's how it's done. But delete the palisade, man. Yeah, delete something.
The problem is that ACCM has a stone for a castle in the moment as well. And
but where does he drop it?
Delete outpost in the farms. The problem is the surface area.
Yeah, and there's Mangonel as well. No, there is no counter castle. He doesn't realize that they are the nice trade in the farms. Milas coming back from the damn hell.
It looks like that. Now ACCM is wrecking and he's deleting! DauT, he's deleting!
Too late now, like he has to give up.
Oh.
Yeah, he's not going.
I was excited. I was like, oh, there's a castle coming. What is he doing?
No.
He has to. This is a bad position now for ACCM, and DauT Villese is going up to Imperial Age.
And look at the top monk plus camels raiding. That's a lot of camels now.
Yeah, wow. What the hell? This is an all of a sudden looking much better for Villese.
Positional. It's not about economy. It's not about micro. It's about positional in the game, and Villese played that much better.
Yeah, definitely. It was just the first tower which he was building, which helped him so much, right? Taking so much control of the middle.
Yeah, grant that vision as well, and yeah, just have the better game sense after the tower.
Yeah, there's a raid on the right hand side, but Villese has the tools to defend that. And man, how is he going to defend against those monks?
I don't know. Those 6 monks, I hate them, and I hate them so much.
Yeah, but Villese cannot do anything against that.
No, he will just donate army little by little.
Yeah. And look at that. And the problem is, it's not like his economy is too good. So he has to move all the economy he has on the right hand side. And that is a lot of idle TC time.
But on the bright side, he's taking all that surefish now, so his economy is actually in better place now. He'll like spam the mills there in the middle. He will skyrocket with economy.
I don't think the shorefish is such a big deal, is it? I mean, look at ACCM. He has such a beautiful economy himself. He's going to go up to Imperial Age now, and I think he will be able to spam a lot of hussars. He has 40 on farm. On farms, while Villese only has 24.
Yeah, obviously farm economy is more sustainable. What do I miss?
On the right hand side. On the right hand side, yeah. Oh, but I think ACCM has misclicked with his monks. Oh, God, that hurts so much. Yeah.
It was army that had such a huge potential, but also huge potential to fail and do nothing.
Exactly.
I know that.
Yeah, we've been there with the monks. If you do one misclick, then and all of a sudden, from a very good perspective, it can be a very bad perspective. And yeah, Villese, he has even the army lead here, 23 against the 13, and we have cavalry coming in. Wow, that's surprising.
Well, for Wimpa cavalry with such an open map, I think still Villese is on timing because his farming economy is not healthy at all, right?
Yeah.
He needs to keep killing villagers. Basically, he needs to keep killing villagers.
I'm just wondering, I think it makes more sense for him to go for the camel upgrade right now because he has way more camels than he has knights, and he only sees so far that ACCM he is committing to stable units. So that way to counter it, it makes more sense to go for the heavy camel rider.
He probably was thinking he needs to do the damage and knight will be better damage dealer. And he had to make the choice. His economy is not a good enough place to do both.
Yeah. So we have 99 villages for him. And 120 almost for ACCM. And ACCM, he's going for the switch to the pikeman. On the right hand side, ACCM is going to have to defend this one. Okay, he's paying attention. He's queuing up the villages into the TC. I don't think Villese is going to get too many villager kills here. And look at how many villages there are, only predicted by 1 TC. That's like 40 villages right there. That's a lot. This
map is quite a raiding map.
Yeah.
And champion switch now would be such a brutal thing for the Villese.
Yeah, and I think Villese is also going to go for that because, you know, he's a very, very smart player as well. So would really surprise me. Or even going for Jabatos would be a masterpiece.
I think the battles are too vulnerable. And it's like with supplies, you actually need so little economy to produce those champions, right?
Yep, yep. Okay, I love
And
yeah, go ahead.
he's adding stables. He's adding stables on the top. He had the castle, top corner.
Yep.
Castle and 3 stables. Okay, we were wrong.
Yeah. So he's fully committing onto the night play. And I think with that decision, DauT, he could provide ACCM a reason to throw this one because he's going for the halberdier attack already. And indeed, ACCM is taking over the score lead right now, or just for a moment. And he just has so much better economy right now. 130 villages, he has handcard. He doesn't have bowsaw though. Yes, there's not too much wood, but bowsaw, you still want to have that.
Yeah, it's a weird spot. The middle control is obviously still huge for the Villese. But yeah, questionable, another 4 stables.
Yep. I mean, I see the argument, trying to raid as much as possible. You want to have the cavalry for that, but it feels like halberdiers are going to do such a good job in just defending that. And ACCM, he doesn't even have fletching yet. So he can only hope to defend with halberdiers. The TCs are not going to add any damage to those cavalries if they decide to raid. And now ACCM is trying to get some damage done with the trebuchet. And they are uphill against the castle, so I think that castle is going to go down in a very fast manner.
Yeah, for sure. And this is actually why I would prefer champions. Not because of the raiding. Like, Villese win condition in this game is just to hold the middle.
Yeah.
And you saw the barracks. You know the half push is coming. Just like get 10 champions, you will hold the middle, and then later on you can transition to the raiding unit.
Yeah. And he has lost the castle on the north side. The ratings are very strong for Villese, killing a lot of villagers. But still, 130 villagers for ACCM. I don't think he minds that too much. At this point, villagers are not that important anymore.
It's all about the efficiency of those villagers on this map, because if you have such a bad outside wood line, you can even have 200 villagers.
Yeah.
They will work quite bad.
Yeah, yeah. And now ACCM, he needs to try to get repositioning onto the middle. And it looks like he's going to be able to do that, DauT. And I like what ACCM is doing. He's just keeping those camels on right hand side busy of ACCM, of Villese. And yeah, like, I think ACCM, what he really needs to do now is place halberdiers at each TC just to prevent the raidings from happening, because he has so many owl villages right now garrisoned into the TCs. 40. That's just insane.
That's true, but the Khmer are kind of kings of the messy games with their farming economy, which is just spam anywhere and survive.
Yeah.
If one civilization can survive this mess, it's definitely Khmer.
Yeah. I think we also need to see a Hustler switch by ACCM, because Khmer, Hustler, that's just fitting together so nicely. And how would you approach it now for ACCM? Would you try to push through the middle here, or would you focus on the sides?
Well, for me, Age of Empires, this game was tech switching and guessing what enemy is doing. So, for example, ACCM shove the halves. You know Villese will see the halves and he will try to counter that. So at some point you stop the halves and transition to something else, which will be good what Villese will do against halves. So in this case, the best scenario will be Hussars to start trading all over the place.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, I would love to see the stable spam, even the front ones, sneaky ones, just to get some raiding done.
Yeah, yeah. But it doesn't look like ACCM is having that in mind at all. He currently has 35 halberdiers and 11 cavalry. The middle, I'm kind of surprised that ACCM has not tried to get himself a bit of more position into the middle. He could take some wood again. And now we see Jabatos here from Villese. He has currently 11 Jabatos and he's queuing up more. So I think he wants to go that route.
Well, Jabatos are amazing fast reaction to the halves, because they require almost no upgrades and they do amazing as halves. So definitely was needed to stop that first half initial push. But now he needs something more. Like cavalry will do a lot of business there for the Khmer.
Yeah, exactly. And out on the north side, we see Villese desperately trying to get a DauT castle. But it doesn't look like that one is going to go up because the halberdier and cavalry, I suppose, are just way too much for Villese to handle. And ACCM is getting such a beautiful position on the map right now.
Yeah, the score is so weird. Like now when it feels like ACCM is winning, his score is weaker.
Yeah. It's super strange how the score is working sometimes. But most of the time it's the KD. Yeah, it's heavily in favor of Villese. But positionally, I prefer ACCM's position by far.
Yeah, the middle control, which was the best Villese tool, it's gone now.
Yeah.
It's absolutely gone. He needed that champion switch. We were right.
DauT, you knew it. The champion switch for the win. The thing is, just in general, the champion plus camel combination is just, I would even say, impossible for Khmer to stop if both players have the same economy.
Yeah, and it's like, for me, because I played this game a bit longer, champion switch was always kind of expensive, but now with supplies, it's cheaper than getting to the halves exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like costs nothing. It's only like 40 food. It's like you can spam them easily.
Yeah. Okay, left hand side, right hand side, both players trying to do some ratings, but it feels like ACCM has always been on top of those ratings, and now we have heavy camel rider coming in as well from Villese. I'm not sure what to think about that one. I don't think it's going to be the best thing to go for, because against halberdiers already on the map, I guess he wants to use those camels to stop the ratings. But then as the cavalry player, just stop raiding and then try to go through the middle with halberdiers and cavalry.
Yep, exactly. Now he's answering with, like, he always is behind to answer to the tech. Now he's going to the camels to answer the cavalry, but there are halves on the map.
Yep.
It's like he needs to take initiative, and the unit to take initiative is definitely a champion.
Yep. Okay, we have chemistry and chainmail armor coming in for ACCM as well. I feel like ACCM definitely has stabilized in terms of the ratings, so he always has some halberdiers spread around to stop those. And yeah, I mean, what is ACCM going to go for now with the chemistry? He's doing some ratings on to the middle wood line of Villese. I'm missing the siege, guys. I'm missing the siege.
Yeah, that's why the game is kind of stalemate. Just units throwing at each other, but there is no real siege to push, like to gain the map control, kill the castles.
Yeah, I feel like on the right hand side, if ACCM is adding 2 more trebuchet, he can easily push on the right hand side against the castle, and that will give him so much ground. But he's not doing that actively. He has 1 trebuchet queued into the castle, but nothing following up on that.
Yeah, he definitely need more traps on each side. Like, you have 2 traps and then choose which you push, which you go back.
Yep.
Dictate. Because when there is no siege, you don't feel a big pressure to answer that right away.
Yeah, exactly. And that gives you also time to be annoying to your opponent, raid, and use that army population there instead of trying to defend the push here. And there is a ramp.
Farimba camels, man, they really wrecked this cavalry.
Does he have Farimba already? Yes, he does. Yeah,
already 1 hour.
Yeah, I mean, you know, things are going on here, DauT. Yeah, this looks, you know, when I was looking at the maps originally, I was like, I want to have maps which are a bit faster because it's going to be a long day. I did not expect to have a kind of a stalemate here.
Well, finally the ACCM is pushing with the traps on the bottom side, so... But the Gebatas are very good at killing traps, aren't they?
Oh, 1 trap is almost dead. Oh, it survived. It survived. And now that means ACCM is going to be able to push against that castle. He's also repairing the trebuchet here. And he will also be able to kill a lot of villagers here, repairing that castle. So overall, this definitely looks a bit better for ACCM here. However, Villese is getting the numbers out now. So maybe DauT he will be able to defend against these 2 trebuchet.
The thing I don't understand is, like, nobody is committing to the middle, like villagers in the middle, nobody's taking woodline, and it's like nobody got a problem with the wood, like they are all sending units.
Yeah.
Why is like AC not taking the middle woodline anymore?
Yeah, that's super surprising. Very surprising. I mean, both players, they should be focusing a bit more into middle. The wood is better there, but maybe they're also a bit scared of getting raided there to death.
I think he'll got a big issue there.
Yep.
When you go to the middle, you're downhill always.
Yep.
Well, Villese is holding. He got better unit composition right now with the Gebetos to counter hubs and those frame by camels.
Yeah.
That's a very strong DPS unit composition.
Yeah, and also looking at the gold income. Look at ACCM's gold income. He has 2,200 in bank right now. And what is he really doing with that? That's the issue with Khmer. They have beautiful economy. They have great trash units, yes. But they don't have the big gold unit in their repertoire, which can win games. Did you say Ballista Elephant?
And it's a big unit.
But against camels? No.
With hubs in front, those Ballista Elephants are insane. They are even better now in the new DLC.
They got 2 more damage output, right?
Yeah, they're very solid unit, just very hard to get to.
Yep. I'm just
and
wondering.
ACCM is actually dropping the cast in the middle. Finally he is taking control of that.
He in theory would have the castles to produce the elephants, but I don't think he wants to go that route. But he in theory
always
would
risky,
have
right?
Yeah, but in theory he would have the gold for it. And now Villese, I feel like Villese overall is doing a bit of a better job in managing his army. He's going for Tigui now. DauT, what is doing that? What is that doing again?
Every TC is firing without villagers being inside.
Oh, nice. And we have elite Jibato coming in. I always mix up the TC of Lithuanians and the Malians ones.
That's extra range for the Lithuanians.
Yeah, Hillford I think it's called.
Villese just winning every single fight. I think ACCM absolutely needs Ballista Elephant. Like, this unit composition is not working. Do something else. Simple as that. Do something else.
Yeah, it feels like the Jibato and Camels are just shredding everything here. Yes, it is gold heavy. And Villese is kind of running out of gold here. He only has 14 left on gold. And how many more gold paths does he have, DauT? I'm always clicking on a freaking castle.
Feels to be kind of completely out, yeah. Only like 1,000 gold left to mine for him.
Yeah.
A bit more. No. And also his Malians.
Malians,
gold last long. Oh,
20%.
He'll be fine.
Yeah, 20%. He doesn't have any... Oh, we haven't paid attention to the relic count. He has 0 relics, while ACCM has 4. So, in theory, ACCM, he has a lot of gold in the bank. And he's going for the full cavalry switch. He's queuing up 20... No, he has gotten 20 cavalries now. And now he will be able to shred down the Jibatos here. And he's pushing back on the right-hand side. But he doesn't have anything on gold anymore except those relics.
I don't. Like, he's dumping all that huge gold bank into the cavalry. Yeah. And it's like your opponent already heavily switched to the frame by camels. And you're like, what's bad against that? Cavalry? Let's go cavalry.
Yeah.
I know it's hard with Khmer to get the proper gold unit, but even Ballista Elephant, it's not elite, would do a lot here.
Yeah. And now on the right hand side, it feels like, yes, Villese is being pushed back just a little bit more. But in terms of long term and scalability, Villese has the better position. And the middle is trying to be raided by ACCM. But Villese should have the tools to defend that as well.
Those camels are just always gonna hold any raid.
Yeah.
And slowly but surely, he's going to push him now. Villese, first time ever, is trapping down the ACCM.
Yeah, and I don't think that ACCM has any way to defend against that. Like those 4 traps. Ah, okay, never mind that. He has enough army now, and he will be able to repair the castle. If he snipes now the trebuchet, if he commits, then he will definitely be able to prolong the series a bit more.
It's equal fight.
But the castle goes down, and that is a huge thing. He doesn't have a building armor yet, masonry. Oh, that kind of hurts.
I never get it. I always forget. I only get it on arena.
What? That is one of the most important packs, man. And it's
maybe
so cheap.
For defensive players.
Which you are.
Yeah, the ACCM is on the limit with resources. Like, his economy is amazing when you look at the 76 farmers, but always fully everything spent out, and feels like he's trading inefficiently, but his economy is better.
Exactly. He has also 15 more villagers, but the quality of units is just not there. It is definitely in huge favor of Villese, but Villese is dropping below 160 population, while ACCM has 180. I'm wondering, can ACCM still do it?
The gold lasting longer is actually very insane bonus for Malians now.
Yeah.
That is giving him the Gibetos right now. The gold should be long out by now.
Yeah. This is crazy. We have... I'm just a bit worried for Villese here because of the population and his economy. I mean, he has a lot of farmers, but the gold should be running out very soon. And then if we're looking into a full trash fight between Khmer and Malians, Khmer should have the upper hand there.
Do they? You have Farimba light cab. I guess the halves are making a difference.
Halp and Hussars?
Yep.
And they're missing Bracer.
The Hussar or light cab with Farimba?
I haven't tested, I guess, Hussar, because they're also tanking a bit more. Because they have more HP.
Yeah, 15 more HP against 3 more attack.
I think it's very equal that in that regard, but also Malians, they don't have Bracer, while Khmer, they do have that, right? And that, if skirms are going to hit the fray as well, is going to be very lovely.
Yeah, definitely. The better trash unit is... Well, that's probably the reason why Malians get that extra gold income.
On the left-hand side of ACCM's base, we see 5 Lightcav here. And it feels like ACCM is slowly but surely pushing here, DauT. 150 population for Villese and 200 or 190 for ACCM. But man, on left-hand side, a lot of villagers are going to go down again. I think they're... Oh, okay, now he's reacting. Oh, this is a very wild game.
I cannot... Like, I have the feeling that they are playing their civilization not to the maximum potential. They are playing it like generic civilization, just show up the light cab and so on.
Yep.
But the champions from Alliance and Ballista Elephants for the ACCM, I mean, those are the key units here.
Yeah,
that are missing.
For sure. And these 5 traps are killing the caster here in the middle as well. And this still looks like a very equal position in theory, but I favor ACCM's position just if I look at the population, and that makes a huge difference. And it feels like Villese is really struggling to keep up the population here. 140 against the 180 for ACCM. And DauT, I'm not sure how you feel about it, but it looks like he's running out of steam a bit. Villese is.
And also ACCM got 4 relics, Khmer farming, so as the game goes on, and eventually the woodline in the middle will disappear.
Yeah.
Khmer will shine.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, like you said, the Khmer just don't have the right unit composition here. One Ballista Elephant with a splash damage will just destroy those low HP Gibetos.
Yeah, for sure.
Distract them.
Yeah, and as you said, the Halberdiers in front, then there is no way Villese can ever push into that, right? And the cast on the right hand side is not going to go down so far. It looks like the Lightcav have been able to save Villese here on the right hand side. But look at the Trebuchet, they're completely exposed against the Hussars now, and ACCM, it looks like he's not paying attention here. Okay, now a few of them are recharging onto the Trebuchet. But we have 200 population constantly for ACCM, while we only have 150 for Villese. And Villese, he's really struggling so hard to keep up the production.
ACCM is playing how Khmer should with the Hussar raid, constantly throwing your units inefficiently, but like create the mess. The villager.
Exactly, yeah.
He's just missing that deadly ball of the gold units, which could be even the Scorpions. Like, they have amazing Scorpions.
Yeah, at this point, I think it makes sense to add them. Earlier, not so much because of the bombard cannons, which could be a big threat. But now,
the cannons?
Bombard cannons from Malians.
Yeah, I was thinking they don't have them.
Khmer have bombard cannons? What?
No, Malians. I was thinking Malians don't have them for some reason.
They do. Other than that, like we've been criticizing the lack of siege from ACCM, but the thing is, what he's doing is working because Hussars, they're just so cheap with the Khmer farming, and He almost has 100 farms.
Typical Hera play, right? Just spam the Hussars to the enemy that.
Yeah.
But look at the Villese economy. He got almost 1.5 gold, 76 farmers, 3k wood in the bank. He is more than fine. He just needs to like stop those raids somehow. Maybe add a few camels.
Yeah, the problem is for him he cannot really stop those. I mean the Hussars, they've been so annoying, and stonewalling this map doesn't really seem to be a good option here as well, because you literally can't. And I feel like what Villese needs to try to do is gather a big chunk of army and try to push through the middle here.
But like if you look, ACCM is always on the limit with resources.
Yeah.
Villese is trading fine. I mean, he's doing fine. His bank will get better and better.
Yeah.
He's not losing units.
Yeah. It's also interesting, there's a time limit for quarterfinals and semifinals, which is 1 hour 50 minutes. But there is no time limit for the finals.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to risk that certain games go way too long, that, you know, the day takes ages.
Like this one?
Exactly, but you know, finals is a bit different. But if you have to wait for a quarterfinal or semifinal, and everyone has to wait, it's a bit different there.
So if this was a semi-final, Villese would already win.
Exactly. Now, you gave me the suggestion to cut down on the time, okay? That's why I did that. It's your fault.
Count down on the ELO to enter the event as well.
Just have DauT as an invitation and then it's fine.
One wild card per event. I mean, that's kind of mass.
How would the wild card be decided, DauT?
Who won the last biggest event?
So the wild card is going to be always the same for a long time.
It will be for the Viper. He won the last one, but because Viper did not sign up, it goes to the second place. I was second.
Where were you second?
Nomad event, yeah.
Well, is it? Yeah, okay, that was the last one. I understand that. I understand.
Yeah, works out.
Yeah, I like the logic, DauT. So we have guard tower now coming in for ACCM to get control of the middle. I always am hesitant to do those kind of shenanigans, but maybe that's something I still have to learn. Now, what do you think about the guard tower decision? I know Tata would do those. What do you think about them? I always feel like that's waste of stone.
Back to ACCM, there's the only players who does like watchtower in the post-imperial age.
Yeah.
Like, apparently it works. Like, because he needs to pack the trap to kill one tower, and then the next tower is some tiles away. And need to pack it again. Like the castle is bigger, more vulnerable target, and obviously more expensive.
Yeah. Oh, man, but Villese, he's losing so much now in the middle. Losing all the traps, losing all the Jabados. And ACCM, he doesn't care if he's losing a big chunk of Hussars, because he can spam them for infinity. And ACCM, he has the 200 population, while Villese, he is sitting at 130 right now. And DauT, I think Villese is going to be forced to tap out of this one.
Yeah, see jump center as well. Like, ACCM is playing amazing with Hussars raid. Like, I think gold units were holding ACCM back.
Exactly.
Yeah. When he was making gold units, he was doing worse. And now when he was like, okay, let's just go siege plus Hussars, we dominate.
Yeah. And that was
very well done by him.
That was a long game. Oh, DauT, I feel even worse now that you're casting with me without streaming yourself. It's like such a big commitment, man.
I like to commit. I had some big commitments in my life. Did not pay off either, but yeah.
Tell me about the biggest commitments in your life.
Shut up.
GG's.
Okay. So the game, it has been going back and forth all the time, and that was a very long game. Hallelujah. Now, overall, what do you think about the map? Would you say it has potential to be shown more often in tournaments, or do you feel like, nah, not so much?
Well, it's basically Atacama, which is maybe more messier. It's a good map. It's like not like, oh, such a good map, but yeah, it's Atacama. I treat it as Atacama.
Okay.
With a little bit of a twist.
Okay. Good. Yeah, stat-wise, military-wise, Villese has traded more efficiently, which was too expected, as ACCM went for so many trash units. But it was still not enough. I think if we look at the economy, yeah, to 20,000 resources more collected for ACCM, and that helped a lot to conclude the game here. What is it that you could learn from AM, which you cannot learn from GL anymore? DauT.
How to respect the teammate.
Who would be your go-to guy in AM for that?
MBL, obviously.
So, if there was any need for you to change teams, it would be AM, because you would learn how to respect teammates.
And like we are closer in generation as well.
You're talking like Memp now.
In mindset, at least. Oh God, I just compare. Oh God, am I doing those type of jokes? Like, God, I'm going to become mem soon. Oh, that hurt, Jordan.
DauT, how old are you? Now the right answer.
25.
Oh yeah. Now
Let's go, amigos.
Total domination.
Total brutal domination. We have Villese here with the humans ready to total brutal dominate. This map that looks like Arabia, but it's coming from a damn hell because there is no wood line. Where is the wood line? There is no wood line here.
The good old
Anybody see
damn
the wood line?
I like your introductions though. Go ahead. We're enjoying.
I don't know. Like, there is Surefish as well. Nice.
Yeah.
A lot of relics. Like, who made this map? Like, there's 20 of wolves as well. It's like, I like stuff. Let's put everything.
Well, are you really the one to criticize things when you're enjoying Black Forest? Forest nothing.
There is nothing there. Just woodline.
Yeah, and this map has everything of everything.
There's like 20 wolves. There's 200 relics. There's not a normal woodline. There's Surefish. Nothing is missing, right?
But DauT, that's the good thing about this tournament, because the maps are so different, right? Not always Arabia, an arena, and Arabia, and arena.
I am welcoming the new maps. Don't you worry about me and new maps.
See,
this old dog knows new tricks.
Exactly. And that's why, you know, when I was originally organizing this event, I had you in my mind, playing and telling me every time after the event has finished, like, Jordan, you have done such a beautiful job in finding the maps and finding the settings. I love it. I enjoy it. And the reality is that you are never qualifying for JMB because you're just a lazy ladder player.
Standards are too high.
Yeah, we have come that far.
Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like Sito, I cannot even pass. Like, there's so many good players, right?
Yeah, exactly. Like, how are you going to approach the future now? Are you never going to play in JMB? Have you already confirmed that?
I will probably always wait until the last day. Then I'm super motivated. But I need to get my rating closer enough so I can do it in the last day.
But this feels like when I can imagine when you were in school and you had an assignment, you always waited for the last day to do it. You went through the night, didn't sleep, and then always tried to work on that. Or you just abandoned it and you didn't give a shit.
The second one eventually.
Yeah, okay. When you're getting older enough, then you'll be like, okay, I'm not supposed to take care. Like, who cares?
First, you like do it the last day. Second turn is like cheating a little bit. The third was like, I don't give a shit. Why do you even bother to cheat? Like, what's the point? Who am I lying? Like,
what is my benefit of this one anyway?
Like, why they bother to cheat? Like, who cares? Yeah. Miss the life of the student.
When was the last time you went to school, DauT? Were you like 26?
Probably a bit younger.
Didn't you study as well in university?
Yes.
Something with business, right?
Yeah, management, whatever.
Management, whatever.
Economy management, something like, yeah. And after a few years, you're like, I didn't learn anything. Why do I bother here?
I was about to ask, but maybe you answered that question already. What were the three most important lessons which you have extracted from university life?
Absolutely nothing.
Nothing?
Absolutely nothing.
How long
Life is too short to spend it here.
How long did you study?
2 years, maybe, I don't know.
Okay. Yeah, there's a moment in life where you're asking yourself like, no, life is too short. You should spending time on something you enjoy.
I mean, it's not that I didn't even enjoy it, just like you pass the exams and everything, but it's like been a second year and you're like, okay, I should know something. I know nothing. like if I was somebody to hire me, I wouldn't do it. Like, well, I have nothing to offer, right? I didn't learn anything. So what I'm doing here?
Yeah, I know that feeling. When I was studying my stuff, also when I finished 5 years of degree studying, I maybe, yeah, no, I didn't have too much knowledge. It's just like waste of time.
I guess when you're really interested into subject, you learn alone and you don't absolutely need university. So yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But okay.
On the other hand, we actually have event here. Like
I was about to say, you know, in the Dark Age, you always have to do some talking outside of it. Yeah. So, we have ACCM playing as Burgundians here in the red trunks, and he's going for the lovely Castle Age upgrade. Bowsaw, and then we have Force Color coming in. I would say Heavy Plow is very likely to come in as well before starting the farms. And it looks like he is going for walling himself completely without adding any stable. While Villese on the other side, he's going for the 2TC.
Yeah, I was about to say very smart opening from Villese not to go second TC because he's against Burgundians.
Yep.
But eventually you kind of have to respect your civilization and get that second TC.
Yeah, exactly.
Problem is like,
yeah, go ahead.
Burgundians can go fast castle against your second TC. And with these many relics, like every relic is one village on gold and food, right? So... like, you cannot compete with that as your humans boom.
Is that even so much? One relic per... one villager per relic?
One relic is, I guess, 2 villagers.
What? Yeah. That's insane.
Something like that.
That's insane. Okay, so... I'm just wondering... what do you prefer here? Do you want to have Burgundians or humans here?
Burgundians for sure. But I don't like the way I see them walled, but we're all Burgundians.
I'm just
like,
also wondering...
What is that wall?
Yeah, that looks like...
oh, there's a hole.
There's a hole, yeah. I'm also wondering the approach so far by... like, last game also we had Villese playing against Classic Pro. And Classic Pro went for the Feudal Age aggression as well. I'm not the biggest fan of doing that against humans. I feel like it's better to go for a straight fast castle and then try to do some aggression with Siege.
I agree. Obviously, depends on the civilization. Like, for example, Khmer can easily go fast castle, siege, aggression with some knights. Burgundians, you would probably want to drop a castle, get Costelier while grabbing the relics. Every civilization got slightly different approach to kind of punish that.
Yeah. So with Burgundians, you wouldn't even play that aggressive. You would just like, okay, just go for fast castle, go for Costelier and get the map control and take the relics, right?
Yeah, Costelier are amazing raiding units. They try to attack you like, and with New York humans, you have double TC. You have a lot of vulnerable villagers then, so he will have to worry about those while you're picking up the relics. Add probably double monasteries because you want to have a lot of monks to convert those camels and so on. And what is actually ACCM plan? Is he going fast castle? His economy is not that amazing, right?
It is not that amazing. I mean, Heavy Plow is nice to have, but it's only kicking into later stages of Castle Age. Because that's the moment where you have to replenish the farms. And Bowsaw, having Bowsaw in Castle and Feudal Age is a lovely thing, but it's not like it gives you such a huge boost as well in terms of economy, so...
No. The way he played, it's good, but not against humans. Yeah. Not against humans.
Exactly.
This is not how you play against humans, because you cannot keep up with the economy of humans by getting early economy upgrades. He will double your village count. So you need that Castle Age. On this map, you obviously can pick up the relics. You need to use the map, right?
Yep. And humans, they will have a huge lead in terms of villagers. He currently has 40 to the 33. But ACCM, he obviously is not going to be too far away from getting Castle Age himself. And then let's see what he's going to be able to do, because he also has a stable. So he, in theory, can build scouts after he clicked up to Castle Age to gain map control. And then he also is able to get 2 or 3 villages into the front, build a siege workshop to apply the pressure.
Yeah, I think also those scouts from humans will be nice to deny the relics, but there's so many of them. Like,
yeah.
3 of them are already part of the wall, so...
Yeah.
I really, really dislike the ACM economy arbits and everything. It's like he didn't even use the surefish. Like, use them. Like, your uptime is critical here to grab those relics.
Yeah.
Every relic you grab is like you just meet 2 extra villages.
Yeah.
And it's like there forever.
Yeah. Okay, we have Wheelbarrow finished as Villese, and that is a very interesting choice. I personally like to go for Wheelbarrow after I have clicked up to Cast Age, because it feels like you have already been greedy enough in Fuel Age to go for the 2 TCs. You want to ensure that you get the faster Cast Age upgrade. And I don't think the Wheelbarrow is going to give you such a big benefit if you get it that early. But okay. Just personal preference.
How you look at economy upgrades. I personally look at them like you want to get at one point of the game every single economy upgrade. So sooner you get them, it's better. It's lost potential if you get them any second later. But obviously you need to optimize them so you don't have idle TC and so on.
Yeah, but also if you're, let's say, delaying your cast age time by 45 seconds just because you've been greedy with the Wheelbarrow, that can really be punished if the opponent is approaching it properly. In this case, that's not going to be the case, because ACCM, he's sitting behind. And what is he going to go for, DauT?
Double stable, I really dislike his approach, right?
Yeah,
he's going economy approach, now double it's like not even economy approach anymore, because double expable is expensive push. It's a little bit of everything, and humans will just dominate that.
Very interesting. I mean, ACCM, he has the knowledge that Villese has gone for the stone, so maybe he's expecting a castle following into Kipchaks, and their cavalry are going to be very nice. But as Villese humans, he's having to spend 75 wood only for a stable, so it's going to be very easy for him to get the counter to the cavalry.
Yeah, it's not even that. Like, Kipchaks do well enough against cavalry, and if you got double stable, an enemy got the castle that come with the Kipchaks, you can even have 20 stables, you won't be able to do any damage, right?
Yeah.
So I would rather have that extra stable turned into economy.
Yeah.
Like double monastery now, for example, on this map, because you want to grab those relics.
There is way too many to fit into one, right? I think overall there are 20 on there.
Insane. I like that, I like that.
Oh, I had that for a moment. Oh. It's 22, DauT, 22.
Yeah, Aztecs and Burgundians dominate this map then.
Yeah. Okay, 50. But look at the village account of humans. He has 57, while ACCM has 40.
And more or less the same castle each time, right?
Yeah, and he is going for the 2 monastery play. DauT, exactly what you predicted here. You know stuff.
I just think the second stable was unnecessary, because now he cannot produce from everything, right?
Oh.
So...
yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that stable could have been turned into extra TC now or whatever.
Yeah.
You just like, you cannot pull the pressure. Like, those knights are coming and nothing, the castle will go up.
Yep. I mean, Villese did a great move with the scout there. He forced, or he, how would you say it in English? He debated the knights away, so he doesn't go to the castle. And now that castle will go up, and I love that castle position of Villese, because it secures 2 stone spots and 1 gold spot.
Yeah, that's the castle he absolutely needs, and will go up.
Yep.
Only problem for Villese is not single monastery yet. Like, he needs to work on those relics. He is maybe not Burgundians, but I mean relics.
Yeah. You want to have the relics independent of which civilization you are. And there are certain civilizations where you definitely want to put a high emphasis on that. Okay, ACCM, he's going for the 4 TC play, while Villese has added the 3rd TC now. So, economy-wise, I think ACCM should not be too bad enough a position.
Yeah, more I think about it, ACCM maybe is even in a better spot because he's grabbing those relics and he is with 40 CS and he is with early economy upgrades. So
Yeah.
we will definitely get to the imp. Maybe, let's say in even terms of economy, but Burgundians with those cheap paladin upgrade and bloodlines are not that easy to wall in, right?
Exactly.
The mobility will be a huge factor here.
Exactly, and Villese, he doesn't have access to heavy camel riders. Right,
You don't even know that.
Yeah, so I learned that in a very painful way one day.
We all did.
Yeah, so you know, countering Paladin is not going to be as easy. They have to go for Halberdiers in that regard, or go for their own Paladins. But you don't really want to do that against Burgundians. So yeah, I think going for Halberdier has to be the play there.
Yeah, it's like Villese use his economy spike of humans to add an extra TC.
Yeah.
2 extra TCs. I mean, it's a lazy way. Let's be honest, that's a lazy way.
It's the DauT way.
It's like, it's not the DauT way. I like to use imagination when I play with 2 at least, and try to be tricky with that. Either with the fast imp or the night spam, cap trams, whatever.
Yeah.
This is just like, okay, I have amazing economy. Let's turn it even into more economy, get an Imperial Age, and see what happens there.
Yeah.
I would be fine with that if my civilization absolutely dominates his Imperial Age.
Yeah. But that's not really the case. Even though humans have one of the strongest Imperial plays which there is on open maps, right? With the Kipchucks, which are very cheap, very effective, and also the Hussar spam, that's very hard to deal against.
Now, the unique tech is quite amazing, right?
The faster spamming.
Yeah. Rarely see it in action, but man, that's 100%.
Yeah, that's a lot. Reminds me of the Delhi production.
Yeah, put the monkey in.
Yeah. Okay, if you're thinking about it, DauT, when do you decide to go as Burgundians Paladins instead of Costelier?
I think when you cannot go Costelier, you go Paladin, same like Mayans Plumarches instead of a crossbow.
So
Costelier is a superior unit, but like his stone was vulnerable.
Exactly, so if the stone is vulnerable and you're not able to get the castle out, which you need to for the production, then you go for the Paladin there.
And I think he now is spamming Costelier. He got everything on stone. He won second castle. He got 21 villagers on stone. So yeah, he'll go Costelier.
That's heavy commitment. However, Villese, he should be able to go into Privilege pretty soon. He has currently 106 villagers getting wheelbarrow. No, wheelbarrow he has. ACCM has about to get wheelbarrow, which is way too late. Especially with Burgundians. That's something which is really surprising to me.
And 5 TCs, you can easily afford 1 TC to do that.
Yeah, easy. And then also, DauT, he has 5 relics to his disposal right now.
6 now, and like, yeah, he will have such an amazing economy. Second castle on the way. I mean, I absolutely love when I have relics as Burgundians.
Yeah, for sure. He's even having 3 monasteries, DauT. Do you think that's overcommitment?
No, only thing I don't like is position of those monasteries.
They are very packed in one place.
Yeah, they should be one on bottom, one on top. Just like get those relics as soon as possible in.
Yeah.
No need to do a pretty SimCity.
Yeah, it feels like this is a wonder. When you're losing that position, then you're kind of dead.
Well, you're dead either way if you lose that position.
Yeah,
it's like middle of everything.
Yeah, okay, so ACCM, he's not having any idea to go in privilege right now. I think he will need roughly 30 more seconds to do so. And Villese, he will be looking very nice. Okay, so he's committing to Kipchucks. How are Kipchucks doing against Elite Costelier? I think they're doing okay, aren't they?
Kipchucks are doing amazing against every single unit in the game as long as they can hit and run, right?
Yeah.
As soon ACCM closes distance with the traps or so on, some siege units, and Kipchucks is forced to fight, they just disappear. Like, they are low HP, there's a charge attack, so...
Yeah. I think they're even 2 hitting them, right? If they are able to close the distance.
I think so as well.
The thing is...
The charge attack is insane.
Yeah, the thing is, humans have the fastest cavalry in the game. And therefore, they are always going to be able to outrun the Burgundians, Costelier. Let's see, we have 1.54 and 1.35 for the Costelier. Now let's see. Oh. Why is he not fighting? Why is he not fighting, DauT? He could have fought. Yeah, did not do
It's
that.
not that necessary, right?
I want to see. Oh.
He's wasting units. I don't like that. I guess he's so Imperial Age, but the trick is like Kipchak's Imperial Age gets nothing, right? Only elite upgrade.
Well, they get the last armor upgrade, which is not too
But
bad.
Bracer is like the key upgrade when you go range units.
I'm just kidding. Yeah, and you could go chemistry, which is not too bad. But yeah, Bracer is the thing, right?
It's the short upgrade that's like the best in the game.
Yeah.
Third castle up. What's the relic situation?
The relic situation is 10 for ACCM and 3 for Villese. Oh,
Yikes.
and you don't have cap trades, that's why. Ah, yeah. Okay.
No, I just wanted you to ask to show the chat as well. So
Yeah, understandable. I like how you're always throwing in the questions here, DauT, to get the talking flow going.
Exactly.
You're a man of the people. Have I ever told you that?
I don't know why the ACCM is wasting everything to that stable, like whole army. Like why?
That must be a big mistake by him. I mean, you cannot do that.
It takes a while for Kipchaks to kill those, man.
Yeah, and they are elite. No, they are not. But hallelujah. And now we will have elite Costelier coming in and plate barding armor. And I think once these upgrades are in, I don't see any way how Villese can fight against that. I definitely think he needs to get Halberdier switch as soon as possible, DauT.
I don't think even Halberdier works against Costelier. At least the switch is very hard because of the charge attack. You need to have like 35 already ready with the full upgrades.
Yeah. Then I guess you have to go for Paladins as Cumin.
Well, hit and run until the Kipchaks until the halves are ready, I guess. Or he's going Hussar, like that's Hussar with 0 upgrades basically, and like I don't like it.
To go for the Hussar?
Yeah, I think it's too early for that type of the unit here.
It kind of looks like that, yeah. He's going for elite Kipchaks now, but now the Trebuchet should be coming out as well for ACCM. He should be able to deal some good damage against the front castle. And now we have... How many relics do we have right now for ACCM? 13 versus the 4 of Villese.
But there's like 5 more for Villese to take. Still, it will be way more for the ACCM.
Yeah.
He just needs like 5 traps and constantly kill the castles while, well, losing Costelier for Kipchaks here and there.
Yeah.
Just castle by castle down, no castles anymore, game over.
Yeah.
Like when you play against Mongols and you have camels.
Yeah, exactly. You want to get rid of their production, and you do so by killing their castles. And he cannot do anything else, right? He is fully committed to the Kipchak play. He's trying to add Hussars, yes. But I don't think that's going to be too successful against the Costelier. And the Costelier, you will trade more inefficiently, yes, but you don't care as long as you kill the castles here. And on the right-hand side, there is a raid going on as well from the Costeliers.
Oh, that is the
most painful.
Hurts.
That's the most
that
painful.
Hurts.
It's kind of like a DT in StarCraft.
Been playing StarCraft, eh?
Yeah, I know stuff. Okay, 3 traps now hitting against that castle. And yeah, the Kipchaks, I'm not sure how I should feel about that. The Kipchaks seem to be in okayish position against the Costelier, but I think that ACCM will just not have... no, Villese will not have the time to get the amount he wants to have.
He always needs to hit and run. Like, he always needs to babysit them, always hit and run. And okay, ACCM, I will lose 10 Costelier while you hit and run, but you will lose the castle.
Yeah.
And GG.
Yeah. Villese is forced to tap out of this one, and we have ACCM leading 2-0 very convincingly against Villese in this finals. And DauT, last finals, we had it, the ACCM played against Villese as well, but Villese was up 2-0, and then ACCM beat him 3-2.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I remember watching the last game. I think ACCM had a Civin there. I think Malians on the Coast Mountain.
Coast Mountain, yeah. Malians against something. What was it? I have no idea anymore. Man, DauT, you have a good memory, don't you?
I do.
How come with that good memory you're always losing against me on chess?
Well, obviously my memory is not that good because I don't recall you beating me in chess.
Well, if I was you and you lose against me on chess, then I would say the same. You're jumping into game number 3. ACCM leading 2-0 right now against Villese in the finals of Jordan's Medieval Brawl. Season 1, edition number 3. DauT, are you in the game?
I'm in the game, and again, a funny looking map.
Tell me what your first thoughts are about this map.
Can you build on the sand?
Do you think both players are building their houses up there just for fun?
Well, one player cannot build a house.
Okay.
Okay, the hands make a lot of sense then.
No, Villese just wanted to build the houses there to wall toward the sand.
Protecting that, yeah.
Makes sense.
But why Mongols then? Like, Mongols doesn't make a lot of sense. Or
there's extra hunt.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hunt, right? And you also, in these shenanigans, the scout bonus with the increased line of sight also helps a lot.
Oh, and he's laming the board? No, ACCM is laming the board.
ACCM is laming
that
the board.
hurts. That hurts for the Mongol.
I'm not sure ACCM, Villese, is he paying attention to that? Yeah, he is. And he's trying to block the board. And ACCM is very, very strong with the laming of the boars. He's doing
Okay, just chilling.
yeah. I've had some couple of training games against him, and he's doing that very nice.
Yeah, there is no way. He's just chilling.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you have to do, right? The other opponent, he has to try to block the boar, and you're just chilling, and you have to just ensure that the boar is having the distance to your scout. That's all.
And ACCM will break his mouse at this point, like the amount of the clicking there. Oh,
wow, the scout almost went down though. I'm not sure if is it worth it. Of course, against Mongols, it's obviously a beautiful thing to pull off. But losing so much HP on your scout is definitely hurting, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't think he planned to lose almost full HP on the scout, but yeah. Even now, I think it's worth it against Mongols. Like, they lose their full potential of the fast up time.
Yeah. And now it could even look like that ACCM... Oh yeah, ACCM is going up to fuel age faster than Villese is.
Yeah, that's absolutely huge. And Villese is even... Well, you have to get the meal on the deer, right? Are there berries? Well, there are, but like for Villese, not really an option.
To go for the berries? No.
Yeah.
No. Not really. I think he's fine just milling the deer. There's so much deer out there that I personally would even abandon the berries and completely focus on the deer income. I mean, he's Mongols, it makes sense.
Yeah, he'll obviously be fine, but because he's slower uptime, can't produce faster from the stable. Won't be easy to use extra deers once those are out, and farming, I assume, is not an option around TC.
No.
So yeah, that can be a very tough situation for Villese.
Yeah.
He's going on gold.
Villese is going on gold. Yeah, it makes sense because he's up rather late. So I think he wants to go for the archer play. This is how it looks like. But
this map,
ACCM, he will have a lot of fun with scouts. I think this is a scout map, no? It's just
yeah.
So
I mean,
open.
especially as the Mongols, because you want to control every single hunt, right?
Yeah.
If enemy got scouts, you cannot use the hunt. You just have to make farms. Where do you make farms? So
Yeah, exactly. We're coming up for Villese, and we have indeed this stable coming up for ACCM. And it's just crazy that Villese is just so much slower to the fuel age than his hunt's counterpart here.
The boar hurt. The boar did pay off.
Yeah, totally. He's now
and
expanding.
I don't think his plan was to go archer. Sorry.
No,
like,
go ahead.
You cannot go. I think Mongol was the first civilization he dropped, right?
Yeah.
So the draft, correct.
Yeah.
So if this is the best civilization for this map, you don't want to open archers here.
Yeah.
That was the adapting to situation.
Yeah, for sure. ACCM, I like what he's doing. He's not committing to scouts too much. He's also adding a archer range in the back as well. And with that, he will be able to counter everything Villese will invest into at the beginning, at least in theory.
I like that. He probably saw the gold or something, and he is answering with the skirmishes right away. So Usually when you open scout, the ugliest thing to deal is like fletching 2 archers to spearmen.
Exactly. You
And
cannot deal against that. There's no way. And that's why having 1 or 2 skirms already out helps so much into defending against that.
And now, because ACM got the scout opening, he can use the deer from everywhere he wants on the map.
Yep.
Like, Villese cannot just move across to attack that, or he can be cleaned up. There's no return point when you go slower units.
Yep, with the archers, you're kind of banking on you having a strong, powerful army where you can really deal the damage in one spot and then take it from there slowly. But with scouts, they are super mobile. They might not be so strong, at least without the upgrades, as the archer spear combination. But they are mobile and they are able to give you so much more information than the archer spearman.
Looking at the bank of the Villese, feels like a bit off. He got like already 400 food.
Yeah.
It's like he's not sure what to do right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, and losing the bill.
And he's going for horse color DauT? That's something I completely disagree with. Why would he go for horse color right now instead of going for blacksmith, for example?
Like, you don't wanna... You choose this map so you can use the hunt with Mongols. And you have to use the mobility then.
Yeah.
It's like... You don't want to make farms in that empty area he's walling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe it's too late. Maybe it's a long day. It's like a one-day event. The mistakes do happen more often then.
Yeah, for sure. And Villese, he's been struggling a bit with the long format, I feel like. Also been the last 2 ones. He also gave me the feedback that he wouldn't mind it to have it a bit smaller or shorter. But, okay, that's unfortunately how it is. I don't want to have the finals best of 3. We talked about that.
Yeah, makes sense. Like, especially as older players, we struggle with longer series.
Yeah.
And he's dropping the farm. Yeah, that's like, look at the ACM. He took the double base. He's taking the hunt. He's living the dream. Like, while Villese is going for he has to invest wood to get the slower food income.
Yeah. And that's never a good solution. On the right hand side, however, he is trying to sneak 4 archers in. And is Villese aware of the deer taken here? Yes, he is. He's waiting for fletching. I love that move. With fletching, he's going to be able to output so much more damage. And literally the only spot where ACCM is really vulnerable without reinforcements getting in soon is on the right hand side where the deers are. And that is going to be tackled, and at least 3 villagers are going to be killed here.
Yeah, that was the mistake with those scouts being trapped in. So ACM lost the map presence, so he didn't know when those archers will move out.
Yeah. Oh, I think Villese is trying to be a bit too greedy here. He only killed 2 villagers, could have easily been 3. And now the skirms are there for the defense. We have currently...
Scout! Oh, if he dies, that's huge right now. Oh, that's absolutely huge.
What? The scout was the only unit which could keep the skirms at bay. But Villese lost that one, unfortunately for him. And now the 3 archers are going to follow him as well into the death.
That starting scout can be so annoying, especially like when I play against DauT, that starting scout is basically winning him the game.
Yeah, he's very good at
so annoying in those
babysitting.
scenarios. Yeah,
He's very good. But you're as well, right? Like, you're always paying attention to main scout.
Well, somewhat.
When I killed that one in the Rabia game today, or Runestone's game, it's like, come on, let's go.
Did hurt. And it's Turk's one. But let's focus here. ACM did buy stone, right? So he can make another tower?
I find it funny. Like, DauT, you're literally enjoying yourself right now with the casting.
I want to give people what they want. They don't want to listen to you losing to me every day, that they can see that every day on your stream. Like,
okay,
this is the finals.
Okay, so Villese has 5 spearmen, now 6, and he's being pushed back here. What was going on here? What?
He wanted to save those, and now he opened the Pandora box.
A Pandora box, losing 2 archers anyway.
Yeah, he like saved them, but not really saved them.
The problem is also, once ACCM has the padded archer armor, there's no way how Villese can fight against that army. He needs either to build skirms as well, which he obviously doesn't want to, or he goes for stable, or he ignores it and goes for castle age, but Not the biggest fan
I
of that.
got to love the Villese counter attack, like 6 spearmen and 1 archer. Let's go.
That one is very dangerous. If it was Megas, you know, I would understand, but Among Us, it's definitely very ambitious. And the thing is, maybe... Let's see, I mean, Vilese's economy is not looking too bad. The farms are definitely doing their job here.
Oh yeah, he's close to click up.
Yeah.
But he is kind of cornered, right?
Yeah.
And the unit quality that will be transitioned from the feudal to the castle age is way higher for ACM.
Yeah. Okay. The right hand side, 6 spearman and archer raid haven't accomplished too much here. And Villese, he is indeed going up to castle age faster than his counterpart.
But still in a problem, he needs to abandon that lumber camp. And will need to constantly revolve, maybe even delete the farm. It's annoying. It's very annoying, and ACM is not that far behind. He just clicked up.
Yeah, so he's trailing behind roughly 36 seconds. And what is the unit choice here for ACM? I think it has to be CA. And as Mongols, that's a bit harder. You want to go start with crossbows and then eventually switch to CA as well?
You know me, I would not even add those archers. I would just go castle age CA, but ACM is adding archers more and more, so he will obviously go for the crossbow. While Villese, I don't know, maybe he's adding the stable. Lancers, I would love to see the Lancers.
Lancers, nice. He's adding the stable, yeah, so it could be an option. And Villese has been playing around with the... Look at ACCM, he is dropping a scared tower here.
He doesn't
Panic
know that's
tower.
the whole army.
It's one archer, man. Look, you cannot engage against that archer.
It's well positioned there in the middle. Is that a formation like box one?
Yeah, it is.
That's quite cute.
Yeah, it is safe there with the 6 spears. Okay, so Villese is reinforcing with the 6 archers. He has reached castle age, so Botkin and crossbow upgrade is coming in there. And then again, his economy is not looking too bad. He has a lot of farms, while his opponent, he only has 5 farms. So in terms of economy, or at least food economy, Villese is much better. But you don't need too many farms, I learned from you, DauT, if you're playing Hunt CA.
And also, it's not like Villese got magically dropped farms, right? He had to invest wood. That means that ACM got that wood in the bank, which he can use for, well, more ranges, university or whatever.
Yep. But it feels like ACCM, he was forced to build 3 towers, while Villese, he can add more TCs in the back. And it feels like, for me personally, Villese is still in an okayish position, where I thought it would be much, much worse.
Yeah, I didn't believe that they will get like similar uptime. I was expecting ACM to destroy the uptime.
Yeah. I thought so as well. And now there's a raid going on from the crossbows, but ACCM obviously is way too good to let anything happen. And you know, if on the left-hand side, or not on the left-hand side, or left-hand side of Vilese's base, if ACCM in a magical way is able to raid those farmers are going to be, in all of a sudden, very ineffective.
It's so magical, he's going there. Like, those knights are very low on upgrades, only +1 armor.
Yeah,
then again, it's mostly skirms here, right?
It's only skirms, yeah. Let me correct that, it was skirms. And the left-hand side, oh, the crossbows! Left-hand side!
Oh,
Dude.
on patrol, you always patrol when you move.
I never do that.
If those armies were connected with those skirms and that crossbow, like, that would be a deadly ball, but now...
Exactly. No,
that's not enough.
Villese seems to have the better position now, I think, even. He's going for Wheelbarrow, and Wheelbarrow is such an important one, especially for the situation he is in right now.
Adding the third TC on a very nice spot to protect that heal entering.
Yep.
Like he will have a full cover of his base. Yeah, he's in a very good spot.
Yeah. Who would have thought that after the engagement? That's why I said laming the boar was not worth it, man.
Well, it's not only laming the boar. I think ACM killed like 3 villages in the feudal age.
Yeah.
He had the full control of the berries and deers, but market. You need to use market. That's it. Like
But it was not even the market which was heavily used for Villese. Villese doesn't.
For ACCM.
Yeah, but Villese, he doesn't even have a market.
He did it by himself.
He did it by himself. I know that's something you don't know about, but he did it by himself, DauT.
I don't know how people get to the castle age without market. Like, it's your second building plus the way together.
Oh, God.
He got 22 villages on food, while ACM only 40.
Yeah, and his economy is just looking so strong right now. So if he is able to get himself now into the position where he is having a constant stone income, and he is able to build 2 castles to the sides to stop any raidings and mass system Mangadite production, then he is definitely in an okayish position, isn't he?
Yeah, and if you got the siege onagers as well.
Exactly, and
with 200
hustlers.
population, yeah. You're going a bit too heavy there.
Yeah, but that has to be the long-term plan of Mongols.
Long-term plan, but he needs a lot of surviving, because even if he has the castle, Mango Day production is very slow, and it's a long way to get enough stone and enough Mango Day.
Yeah.
Well, Cavalry Archers is already at like huge number.
How many does he have? He has 16. Oh, and now he's finally starting the raiding. And on left hand side, I don't like that Villese doesn't have any way to protect that on left hand side at all. He has 2 knights. They're not going to do too much. And ACCM, he's trying to do some raidings with the crossbows as well. But I think the main focus should be now on his CA here.
There's one big thing about ACCM.
Oh,
he doesn't have +2.
Yeah, I see that right now. Oh, yeah, that hurts a lot. That makes such a huge difference.
No, it's absolutely huge. But maybe on Cavalry Archers even less, because they have a high attack anyway, but still.
Yeah, still, you want to have the extra range.
For sure you want. I mean, it's a good upgrade.
Yeah.
Like, you're going pure like just to get that +1.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good trade for him nonetheless.
Yeah. Nice sniping here. Villese has 3 TCs. ACCM is adding the 3rd one now. Economy-wise, they seem to be very equal. At this point, however, you should be realizing that there's no bot cannon. I think.
I mean, the fights were good because, like, he cleaned everything up.
Just the mass.
Yeah. Okay, he's getting botkin. Never mind.
Yeah. See, I told you.
Yeah. He felt it.
Yeah. We have love the TC spot by ACCM, the 4th one. That one is going to give him some control of the main gold here in the middle. And castles are going to be very, very crucial in these kind of positions.
ACCM is... Oh, yeah. And also, if there is a civilization that is good against Mango Day, it's actually Huns. Those Tarkans are absolutely insane unit against Mango Day.
Oh, Tarkans! Yeah, they have 8 pierce armor.
Yeah, they have also a huge damage to the castles. They are very, very good against.
That's a nice one, yeah. And Mangonite, they are doing 8+4, right? So it's only 4 damage per hit. And they have
they're very good.
Yeah, 170 170 HP as well. So in theory, that's very good for ACCM. And also, it feels like now ACCM, with the mobility and with the army strength, he is going to be so annoying against Villese here.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, yeah, Mongols, Mango Day, castles would be nice, but he needs to survive this. And man, those Cavalry Archers cost nothing. He got the mass very fast.
Yeah, it feels like this is a point where Villese is really struggling here. What do you think Villese should have done in order to prevent what is happening right now?
I think he wanted to accomplish too much with knights and crossbow. That's a deadly army, right? When you go crossbow and knights, you wanna kill. With Mongols, you want to survive. You go skirms and camels. I mean, if you have a lead, you go for the kill, but he didn't really have a lead, right?
So I think skirm, camel would have worked better here.
Well, it would buy him time until he gets, like you said, 3 castles and transition to Mango Day. Mongols are hard civilization. Honestly, I really like Lancers. I think it's an underrated unit. It got some potential, but yeah, double stable, knights and some crossbow, it was too much for the Mongols economy.
Do you think Steplands is also for fighting or just for raiding?
They're good for everything. They're really good for everything. They're fast. They got a lot of HP for Mongols.
Yeah.
They're amazing at trading. They're amazing at breaking walls.
Yeah.
They're good to have.
Yeah. On left hand side, nice raid by ACCM as well. Just before Villese was able to get into the walls, and Vilese's economy, it is okay. He almost has the resources to go up to Imperial Age, but he doesn't have the villager amount, which would allow him to do so in a sensible way. ACCM, he has 100 villagers almost, while Villese only at around 85.
And he needs that stone income, which he's getting stone somewhere. He's getting some stone outside.
Yeah.
The stone is like absolute must as the Mongols. Sadly, they have either the best unit in the game, or their unit composition doesn't exist.
Exactly. It's all about stone for Mongols. They have great siege units as well, which are super fast. But yeah, when you're thinking about Mongols, you're thinking about Mangadai. And
if
now
they survive long enough, they'd win.
Yeah. The main TC of Villese is being pushed as well by the Rams. And it feels like the entire economy of Villese is idle. And yeah, I think ACCM is doing all the right moves in order for him to get a nice position into the game. And DauT, that's exactly
very well
what
done
we're
by
seeing.
ACCM.
Yeah, very well played.
That's like a second event he won?
That's the second event he won, yeah. He's getting rich with that.
Okay, you're slinging ACCM, I see.
Yes, exactly. Wow, nice performance. I feel like Villese maybe didn't play at the highest potential, which he usually does, but ACCM very clinical with the moves, with the strategy, and first game was by far the best one of the series. And yeah, this one was a bit more one-sided because ACCM always had the pressure going on. Okay, DauT, thank you for joining and have fun. Bye-bye.
Thank you for having me, and see ya. Good event.
Thank you. Shut up.
well organized.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
Hello,
Yeah, Jody.
Hello, ACCM. How are you feeling? The second win in 3 editions.
Yeah. I think the second one is not really happy like the first one, but beating Village is a bit. So I'm really
Yes.
happy to win. Yeah.
Yes, the second edition against him, that was very close. You were down 2-0, and now you beat him 3-2 then. And then in this event, it was a clinical 3-0. So do you think you have been able to step it up? Or did you feel like Villese didn't play as good as the last edition?
I think maybe after the first game, I feel like Village didn't play his best. I think it's partly because my save is better in this kind of map.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
So that is a snowball for sure.
For sure. Yeah, the first game was the best to watch as well. It was a very long game and was back and forth all the time.
Yeah.
Very scared that you're going to lose the first game?
No.
No. You're
I feel like I got my economy rolling on the time, so
yeah.
I just keep trying and doing my best. So
ACCM, why do you think you're doing so well in these settings? They are so new maps. Do you think you're preparing more than other players, or is it just that overall your gameplay is very nice for those different maps?
Yeah, I think I can. I don't know, but in my opinions, in myself, I think about myself that this is to be the best for this kind of map. So I'm trying to pick them.
Yeah.
ASAP. Yeah.
Well, it's been working out very nicely for you. Yeah, ACCM, I hope you will be there for the next edition as well. I don't see any reason why you shouldn't. It's going very well for you. And I want to congratulate you for winning. And I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks for being here.
Yeah. Thank you so much for to hosting the tournament, Johnny.
Yeah, no worries.
Really motivated to play. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Awesome.
Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye-bye. See ya.